if you're happy because someone is having trouble or hurt, or yeah, like ha, got them. Understand, what I want you to know is that it's important not to be happy about your when your enemies go down, because what you create by being happy when your enemies go down or when they're suffering, by you're enjoying it, they're feeling it in spirit. Meaning, if my enemies are having some form of joy over my demise, I will feel it and my anger will boil. It ultimately may be a reason for vengeance and revenge. And ultimately, unless I don't want vengeance or revenge, ultimately, by your enjoying your enemy's pain, you're provoking your enemy to more anger and retaliation, and truly guaranteeing that the conflict continues. So what you want to do is, when your enemies are having a hard time, or when your enemies are being crushed by God, you don't have any happiness over it. You actually say, oh wow, God is kicking my enemy's ass right now, and I'm like, whoa man, it is not funny at all. My enemy's just getting badly beaten by God. God is just whipping my enemy's ass. Okay, yeah, and God's doing some hella beating on your enemy, and you just watch God. He is kicking that shit out of your enemies, and your enemies are just being destroyed, and they're suffering and screaming in torment while God is just pulling them and tearing them to pieces. And understand, what you do is you sit there and go, oh my God, terrible, this is so terrible. Understand, and what God will do is be pleased that you had no joy over your enemy's demise, because he says, because when I'm kicking your enemy's ass, you don't have any satisfaction over what I'm going to do to them, because I'm going to make them hurt so bad. And understand that I don't want you to like it. I want you to hate it. And understand, when you hate it and you don't like it, then I'll like you, and I will accept. I'll be pleased with you for your knowing that you don't have find any joy in the suffering of any enemy or not.